That's the topic. In marketing, you want to prioritize your work accordingly. According to what? Well, according to the priorities, the needs, the tasks at hand that must get done that will make a significant impact for you to reach your goals, whatever they are. Those goals might include making sure that certain campaigns launch in a certain way, on a certain schedule, that various tasks get done on time, on budget, that resources are allocated accordingly to make sure you can do that, and to otherwise make sure that the tasks that you're working on or that you assign and manage are being done according to schedule and in order of importance. There's a saying, get them all done. First, move the big rocks into the bucket, and then the little rocks, and so on and so forth, until all the rocks and pebbles and sand are in the bucket, and the bucket is filled. Now, what does this mean practically? Well, as a marketer, you will inevitably face an overwhelming amount of tasks that cannot be filled or done in any given time period, whether that's a day or a week or a month or whatever, because there will be an unending increasing slope of tasks and works that need to be accomplished in order to achieve your marketing goals. So one of the best things you can do is to think like an editor or manager or whatever, where your job is to make sure that the most important things get done first and foremost, before all the other little things get done. Remembering that, of course, details matter. However, sometimes when it comes to taking care of big priorities, some of the smaller details can be put to the side and done later when you have a bit more breathing room. Now, does this always happen the way you want? No. In fact, it will usually happen in ways that you don't particularly find convenient, and that the tasks will generally appear on your to-do list, not in the order that is necessarily ideal, but in the order that they arrive. And your job as a manager or a specialist is to make sure that you schedule the works to be done, not just in sequential order, but in the order towards your goals. So how can you do this if a certain number of tasks are not yet on your desk? Well, first, well, the answer is, as long as you have the ability to get the tasks done, and you see that it will not impede your momentum towards achieving your goals, you should focus on getting them done. However, if you know that big tasks are on the way, and that they will take up a lot of your active available time, you should put off the ones that you can put off to be done at a later date hopefully still within the timeline before their deadlines. If you see that you won't be able to achieve them by the deadlines, you have to reschedule them with whoever else is involved, if possible, and or get additional hands to do the tasks if you can. If you can't get additional hands, then you need to reprioritize and see which of the tasks can in fact be dropped from the list and move on to the next goal. Why is that important? It's important because if you do not reprioritize your tasks, you will very likely fall behind and you will miss key deadlines and fail on certain objectives, even though it was avoidable. And you could have rescheduled those tasks or done away with them. How can you do away with tasks if they're all important? Well, arguably everything is important. However, that doesn't mean that everything has to get done. Lots of important things don't get done. And businesses and marketers find a way to deal with this. Usually, if the business is, well funded, operating normally, you can get extra hands to do extra tasks. However, if you're in a situation where you don't have that ability, then you have to focus on what really will help you move the most towards your goals and cancel out tasks that are less likely to get you more towards your goal. Even if they seem like they might have tangential benefits, if they don't directly benefit you, then you should cancel those tasks. Anyway, those are just some thoughts for you about how to prioritize your works as a marketer. To remember that it's impossible to do every single thing that the universe wants of you, and that you have to remember not to be afraid to give pushback when you're overwhelmed, because there are only 24 hours in a day, and you're only one person, and there's only so much that any one person can do, whether they're doing specialist work or management work. And so, you have to stay focused and not let distractions get in the way of you accomplishing the actually important or most important tasks, and putting in second or third priority or auxiliary priority the tasks that can be done later or even never. All right, that's about that for today, for now. I hope you all have a happy, wonderful day. And happy marketing. Cheers.